Okay, so you've definitely seen it, maybe in a ramen shop window or your local dry cleaner, maybe even a bank. I mean, they're kind of everywhere, right?
Absolutely. The Maneki-Neko, that Japanese fortune cat, with paw up.
That's the one. It's this global icon, instantly recognizable. But it seems so simple. You know, just a cute ceramic cat waving hello.
Ah, but that's where it gets interesting. It looks simple, but it's really not. Maneki-Neko literally means the cat that invites to enter. Maneku is to invite, or beckon, and Neko is cat.
Invites to enter.
And that name hints at this whole complex world underneath. There's a sort of language to it, specific rules about its power, where it came from, and it ties into this really deep, kind of dualistic view of cats in Japanese culture. It's not just about luck.
Right. So that's our mission for this deep dive then, to get past that cute surface.
Exactly. We've looked at the sources, the iconography, the origin legends, the folklore. It's fascinating stuff.
And you mentioned understanding the design. We should probably start with the biggest misunderstanding, shouldn't we? That wave.
Yes. Okay, so that paw gesture. When people in the West see it, that sort of back and forth motion.
We think it's waving hi or bye, maybe even shooing something away.
Right. But in Japan, that gesture, palm down, fingers curling inward towards the cat. It's not casual. It's a very deliberate act of invitation, beckoning someone to come closer.
So it's actively pulling something in, not just passively waving.
Precisely. It changes the whole meaning. The cat isn't just sitting there wishing you well. It's actively working. It's summoning fortune, calling customers, literally inviting prosperity into that space. It's doing a job.
That makes so much more sense, an active invitation. And if that gesture is so specific, I guess everything else about the cat is too.
Oh, completely. Every detail is intentional. It's like a visual language, a code for luck and protection. You can basically read the cat.
Okay, let's break down that code. What about the paws? Which one is up seems important.
Crucial. It tells you what kind of luck it's calling.
So say I want money, pure cash flow. Which paw am I looking for?
That'd be the right paw up. That one's specifically focused on attracting wealth, prosperity, actual money. You'll often see that in homes, or, like you said, banks, financial places.
Got it. Right paw for riches. But what if I run a restaurant? I need people, not just cash.
Then you want the left paw up. That one is all about attracting customers, guests, visitors, bringing people through the door. That's why you see it everywhere in retail hospitality.
The left paw is for foot traffic. Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And I read somewhere that even the height of the paw matters, like how high it's raised.
Yeah, that's a detail often mentioned. The belief is that the higher the paw is raised, the further away it can draw that fortune or those customers from. A bit like casting a wider net.
So a really high paw means big ambitions.
You could say that. It suggests a greater reach. And then there's the one with both paws up. That's a bit less traditional, maybe.
Yeah, what's that about? Double the luck.
It's generally seen as offering overall protection for the home or business, kind of covering all the bases, money, customer safety, like comprehensive insurance in cat form.
Okay, pause decoded. Let's talk colors. Because they aren't all just white, right? I usually picture the calico one.
Right, the tricolor white, black, and orange spots. That's the classic, the most traditional. It's modeled after the Japanese bobtail breed, which was highly prized. It's thought to bring the most powerful general good luck. Historically, it was even linked to luck for travelers.
And the white base color means something too.
White always represents purity, positivity. It's the foundation. But then you get these specialized colors.
Like gold. That seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, gold or silver is straightforward. It's directly linked to financial wealth, big business success. No ambiguity there.
But then there's black. Now, in the West, a black cat. Oh, that's bad luck, right? So why a black Maneki-Neko?
That's a great point, and it highlights the cultural difference. The black Maneki-Neko is purely about protection. Its job is to ward off evil spirits, negative energy, bad luck, even stalkers.
Wow, so it's a bodyguard cat.
Essentially, yes. It's a shield. Which tells you something important. These figures weren't just about getting rich. They were fundamentally about feeling safe, secure.
That really shifts the perspective. It's not just about gain, but also defense. Okay, what if my main concern is health?
Then you need to look for red. Red is strongly associated with health, preventing illness, and interestingly, also with success in love and relationships.
Okay, red for health and romance. Any others?
Green is another common one that's linked to academic success, doing well in studies, and also general safety. So you might see it given as a gift to students.
It's like a customizable luck charm. You pick the color for the specific need.
Exactly. It acknowledges that fortune isn't just one thing.
And they often hold things too, don't they? Like that gold coin.
Yes, the koba, that oval-shaped gold coin from the Edo period, is the most common item, reinforcing that wealth aspect.
Makes sense. What else might they hold?
Sometimes you see a small mallet that's the Uchiide no Kozuchi, a legendary magic mallet that grants wishes when struck. It symbolizes success in business.
A magic mallet. Okay.
And don't overlook the simpler things like the collar, maybe a little bib, and definitely the bell, the casca bell.
I always figured those were just decorative.
The collar and bib show it's a loved, cared-for domestic cat. But the bell, specifically, is also believed to help ward off evil spirits. Again, that protective element is woven in. It's a cherished pet and a supernatural guardian.
This idea of protection and supernatural power, it connects perfectly to the origin stories, doesn't it? They aren't just random tales.
Not at all. And what's striking is they all seem to circle around this core theme of reciprocity. Good fortune comes back to you because of some kindness you showed, especially towards a cat.
It's earned luck, not random chance. Maneki-Neko is like a thank you gift from fate.
Precisely. It's a monument to gratitude.
Okay, let's hear the most famous one, the Gotokuji temple story.
Right, this goes way back. 17th century Edo period. Gotokuji Temple was really struggling, super poor. The priest living there barely had enough food for himself, but he always shared what little he had with his pet cat, a calico named Tama.
Ah, okay. Sharing with the cat.
So one day there's this huge thunderstorm. A powerful feudal lord, Yuna Otaka, is traveling nearby and takes shelter under a big tree right outside the temple grounds.
Standard storm procedure.
But then Tama the cat, sitting near the temple gate, starts doing that beckoning gesture towards the Lord, like,
Hey,
come over here.
the cat is inviting him.
Exactly. Lord Dop was curious, maybe a bit surprised, and he decided to leave the shelter of the tree and walk towards the temple to see what this cat wanted.
And then, don't leave me hanging.
The moment he stepped away from the tree, bam! Lightning struck the exact spot where he'd been standing, obliterating the tree.
Whoa. Tama literally saved his life.
Totally. So Lord Tom, immensely grateful, becomes the temple's patron. He pours money into it, restores it, ensures its future. And in honor of Tama, they started making these cat figurines. That's the Maneki-Neko, born from an act of kindness, rewarded by incredible fortune.
That's an amazing story. Kindness, karma, a life saved. But not all the legends are quite so heartwarming, are they?
No, some are much darker. Take the legend of the courtesana Usugumo. This one's set in Yoshiwara, the old pleasure district of Edo. Very different vibe.
Okay, tell me.
Usugumo was a high-ranking courtesan who absolutely adored her pet cat. One day, her employer saw the cat clawing playfully at her expensive kimono. He freaked out, assumed the cat was possessed by a demon or something,
Oh no.
and drew his sword and decapitated the cat on the spot.
That's horrific.
It is, but here's the twist. The cat's severed head went flying up towards the ceiling rafters
Okay.
and bit down, killing a venomous snake that was hidden there, about to strike Usugumo.
The cat saved her even after being killed.
In its final, violent moment, yes.
Yeah.
Absolute loyalty beyond death. Later, a customer, knowing how heartbroken she was, commissioned a wooden carving of her beloved cat as a memorial. And that became known as the first protective Maneki-Neko, born from tragedy, loyalty, and defense.
Wow, that adds a whole different layer. Protection born from sacrifice. Okay, one more. There's the story of the old woman.
Yes, the Anciana of Amato. This one feels maybe the most relatable. It's about an elderly woman living in Amato who was desperately poor. So poor, she had to make the heartbreaking decision to sell her beloved pet cat just to get by.
Oh, that's tough.
Very. But soon after, her cat appeared to her in a dream. And in the dream, the cat told her, "Make my image out of clay."
Like make a statue of me.
Exactly. She woke up, she followed the instructions, sculpted a little clay cat, she took it to sell, and someone bought it almost immediately. It was popular.
So she made more.
She kept making them, people kept buying them, and through making and selling these clay cats, these first Maneki-Neko figures, she eventually became prosperous and lived comfortably. Again, the cat bringing fortune, this time as a direct instruction.
It always comes back to that connection, that debt repaid. The fortune feels earned. But you mentioned a duality earlier, that this cute lucky cat has a flip side in Japanese folklore.
Yes, and you can't fully grasp the Maneki-Neko without understanding what it stands against. It represents the safe, helpful, domesticated cat. But Japanese folklore is also full of terrifying cat monsters, yukai.
Okay, let's talk monsters. The Beckoning, what was that?
Beckoning means changed cat or cat monster. The belief was that any ordinary house cat could transform into one under certain conditions.
Like what, a full moon?
More mundane, actually. Usually by living to a very old age, sometimes said to be 100 years, sometimes as young as 13. Or, crucially, if its tail grew exceptionally long.
A long tail was bad news.
A very bad sign. Once transformed, the Beckoning was terrifying. It could supposedly walk on its hind legs, speak human languages, shapeshift, often taking the form of its owner to replace them, and even animate corpses, controlling the dead like puppets.
Okay, that is genuinely creepy. Walking, talking, corpse puppeteering cats.
Right. The fear was palpable, and it led to a real-world practice.
What was that?
The sources suggest that this fear of the long-tailed cat turning into a Beckoning was a direct reason why people in Japan started docking the tails of kittens. Creating bobtails wasn't just about breed preference initially. It was seen as a way to prevent the cat from becoming monstrous. A short tail meant a safe cat.
Cutting tails to stop monsters. Wow.
And one more creepy detail. Cats back then loved licking the fish oil used in lamps. Imagine seeing a cat at night, maybe standing up briefly to lick a lamp, casting these huge flickering shadows. It just added to their spooky reputation.
Definitely unsettling. And wasn't there another one similar but different, the Nekomata?
Yes, often confused with the Beckoning, but distinct. The key feature of the Nekomata is its tail splitting into two tails.
Two tails?
Yep. Generally considered even more powerful and often more malicious than the Beckoning. They were credited with abilities like controlling fire, manipulating people from afar, though sometimes also associated with long life or ancient wisdom. Still, mostly bad news.
So Beckoning with the long tail, Nekomata with the split tail, both feared transformations of regular cats. Which brings us back to the Maneki-Neko's design. It's deliberately modeled on the Japanese bobtail breed.
Because the bobtail, with its naturally short, stumpy tail, was seen as morphologically immune to becoming a Beckoning.
It's not just cute, it's culturally safe. The design itself is a protection against the monster myth.
That's the crucial insight, I think. The Maneki-Neko isn't just inviting fortune, it's embodying the safe, domesticated, non-threatening version of the cat, pushing back against those ancient fears. It's security by design.
That's fascinating, a symbol of safety winning out. And despite these really deep, specific cultural roots, this little cat figure has managed to travel the world.
It's incredibly adaptable, isn't it? It started with traditional materials, ceramic, wood,
Yeah.
but now you see them mass-produced in plastic everywhere.
Including those ones with the moving arm, powered by batteries or solar.
Those are ubiquitous now. The core message of inviting prosperity is simple enough to translate easily, even if the deeper layers get lost sometimes. The waving paw keeps waving.
And its influence pops up in modern pop culture too, right? It's not just in shops.
Oh, definitely. Think about Hello Kitty. She's arguably the most famous cat character globally. She's explicitly a white Japanese bobtail. The design DNA is right there.
I never made that connection.
And then there's Pokemon's mouth. That's a very direct homage. The cat Pokemon, obsessed with money, often depicted with that Koban coin on its forehead.
Obvious once you point it out.
Even the darker side, the Yukai, they persist too. Think of the cat bus in Miyazaki's My Neighbor, Totoro, fantastical, slightly weird, definitely tapping into that supernatural cat energy. Or monsters in games like Final Fantasy. The feline folklore lives on.
And its reach goes way beyond Japan. It's huge in other parts of Asia.
Massive.
Yeah.
Especially in Chinese and Vietnamese communities, both in Asia and diaspora communities worldwide. It's so popular there.
That people often think it's originally Chinese, right?
Exactly. It's often mistaken for a Chinese symbol, which shows how effectively its core message of attracting wealth and customers resonates across cultures focused on commerce and good fortune.
But Japan is still keeping the original history alive.
Oh, absolutely. If you want the authentic experience, you can visit the Gotokuji Temple in Tokyo, the place where the Tama legend supposedly happened.
The Lightning Strike Temple.
That's the one. Today, it's filled with literally thousands upon thousands of Maneki-Neko statues that people leave as offerings. It's quite a sight.
Wow.
And there's also a dedicated Maneki-Neko museum in Seto, Aichi Prefecture. They have something like over 5,000 different figures. You can even take workshops and paint your own. They're definitely preserving the tradition.
So wrapping this all up, the Maneki-Neko is way more than just a cute figurine. It's not passive.
Not at all. It's an active agent. It embodies that principle of reciprocity fortune as a reward for kindness. And crucially, it's the safe, domesticated answer to the powerful, sometimes terrifying figures of cat folklore in Japan.
Fortune and safety all wrapped up in one beckoning paw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That gesture isn't just pulling in money. It's implicitly promising that this cat is the good kind, the short-tailed protector, not the long-tailed monster waiting to transform.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. Next time you walk past a shop and see that smiling cat with the raised paw, remember what it's really doing. It's not just about cash. It's about keeping ancient chaos at bay. You're looking at a cultural solution to a deep-seated fear.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other simple, everyday symbols that we barely notice might actually be loaded with history, acting as subtle shields against old fears we've mostly forgotten.